Well, good morning. Yeah, welcome back to the vlog. As you can see, it's it's a little bit wet again. It did actually stop raining overnight, and then as I was driving here this morning, it started again, and it looks like it's fairly set in again. But anyway, I've come to the farm. John comes back today, so I'm going to get an early start. And I think we need to start with spraying some weeds. I've noticed in one of the fields, but there's also a couple of fields like they're ready to harvest, but obviously we're not doing that anytime soon. So we can also get on with the grass. Now where did and that means an open top tractor again, doesn't it? Oh well, we'll get wet. Right, let's get set up and we can get started. Right, well, I definitely want to get this done as soon as possible. We'll see how we do. Crikey, I can't do much. That's growing overnight. Okay. Oh, really? Alright. Anyway, I think I've got a bit of a funny story to tell. I hope John thinks it's funny. But anyway, right, so before we get in, let's get the drone out. Hold this out, because I don't think it's that wide, is it? Actually, you know what? Let's do... Yeah, there's no easy way to do this field with this actually. Trying to minimise crop damage. Right, okay. So yeah, it took a little while to set up. I had actually put the fertiliser spreader on the back of here. I was going to do some fertilising this morning, thinking it wouldn't be raining. Silly me. Spraying the fertiliser. Can't we spread it in the rain, especially for an open hopper. Now what I'll do is just try and figure out making a bit of a mess in the field, but still. Yeah, so lots to do, lots to talk about. Oh, we're missing some. Yeah, I'm not going to be the right pigs here with this, that's for sure. I should have gone up and down the road as I was planning to. I thought, I'll do that, but actually, because it's a funny shaped field, it's not that easy to do. And the important thing, oh dear, that's not very straight, is it? The important thing, of course, is to try and minimise one's movement in the field. You know, actually, I'm just going to blast up here. We're going to bring this in line, and I'll not worry about that corner. We'll make less damage if we're driving in amongst the rows. Anyway, yeah, so part of it's not really grown yet. That's really weird. Yeah, so I made a few phone calls last night, had a few chats, spoke to John, sought his advice. I spoke to the guys down at the cafe. I called the friend of my uncle's that's currently looking after the farm, and I've decided I am going to take the money from my farm, not my uncle's farm, I've talked about this before, and I'm going to buy that abandoned farm. I think it's called Spectacle Farm. I mean, it's the biggest farm on the islands, so I suppose that kind of makes sense. I've had a few conversations. It can be done. I'm not a resident, but apparently it's very easy to do so. They're very happy to have people come in and, given that they need to get the island back up and running, and the farm is the best way to do that, the big farm, then they're happy to have someone come in and take it. So, I've also checked out the finances. I'll have a little bit left over. I'm going to take the money that my uncle and I had made from the old farm. I'm not going to sell his farm or his house or anything like that. I'm going to leave that as is. And speaking to the chap who's currently looking after it, he's more than happy to do so. And we'll just take the field and keep it going, basically, and just keep the grasses trimmed. And do I really want to try and do more of this? I'm not sure I do, actually, because that tiny little section, it's I'm probably going to do more damage than good by trying to do it. Actually, it's just making a lot more mess on the sunflowers than it did in this field here. Yes, I decided that's what I'm going to do. So John said he's happy to give me a hand whenever I need it. He's going to let me borrow equipment, which is pretty decent of him. While I get started, I'll have some money left over for equipment, not a great deal. What I also need to do is actually have a think about the equipment at my uncle's farm. I was going to say that my uncle's got, but that's the wrong thing to say, isn't it? And see if I want to either sell it or I'll get the drone and I shouldn't leave it out in the rain, should I? Yeah, either sell it to get a bit of money or even just ship it, but I don't know how much that would cost. I should certainly want my soil sampler, that's for sure. So I need to do that, bring that over, so I might need a trip or a delivery, I don't know, I'll have a look, I'll have a think about what we've got, potential value, etc., and then I can decide what I want to bring over and not. But yeah, so I called the land agent this morning, put in my offer, and we'll just see what happens. I've offered that asking price. It's been on the market for a while, so it should be alright. Okay. Well, I guess we should cut the grass, really. John did say, I think he said that if I go up, he's got an account at the store, so if I go up, they'll get the loading wagon available. He's back this afternoon, by the way. Oh yeah, oh god, that means an open top tractor again. Okay. Right, just swapping out. Okay, quite heavy but reasonably maneuverable, these. Swap out the planter bar, slide that into position, and I can just sort of push it into roughly the right place. Should be about there. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Luckily it's got good pickup reach. Right, let's get it fired up. Get that one on, that's okay. Excellent. Right, let's go cut some wet grass. Alright. Let's see, lower that down. Position the drone so we can see what's going on. Switch the cutter bars on. There we go. Not ideal really, since doing this in the wet, but most of what I've done over the last few days hasn't been that ideal to be doing in the wet, but it's been done doing nothing but raining. Which does make you wonder, why am I buying a farm here? Anyway, I'm sure they have some wet weather, some nice dry hot weather too. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time thinking about it, a lot of conversations, but I was like, just go for it. You know, you're not losing anything by doing it. The uncle's farm will still be there, and I think that's important to me. I'm not, you know, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sell off what's his. You know, because we feel like it's mine to sell. You know, which it is, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I like the place, I like the people, and I want that challenge of getting that farm back on its feet, and you know, helping the local people actually much than anything else. You know, back to where it should be. So it'll be a bit of a challenge, a bit of an adventure. I think it'll be worth it. I really do. And then, you know, at some point I can think about what I'm going to do with Minecraft Farm. But I mean, right now, it's fine. The place will be looked after. I'll just bring some of the furniture with me. Once I've got that house sorted out, which looks like that'll take a little bit of time, but I've got my caravan in the meantime. But yeah, you know, Minecraft's place to be looked after. It could be the field will be used and kept in good, good health. So I think I'll bring the chickens. There's that nice coop up here. A shame not to. So they're the only livestock we had at the moment. We were planning more, but right now it's actually good that we didn't really in the circumstances. Right, so let's just define our cutting area, because obviously there is grass beyond the grass. It's quite open. Just a little bit faffy while I do this. There we go. Nice. Yeah, it's good that John's coming back. Still quite a lot to do. And it's fair to say it was eating into my rest time. But you know what? Actually, I don't mind. I mean, I've come early today to get start. With a bit of luck, it'll dry up later. Maybe we'll get some of the crops done or something. I don't mind. He's been very good to me. I've been very good to him, but you know what I mean. And you know, he's already offering use of equipment and time and everything else for me as well. So that's what it's all about. And anyway, I've been quite looking forward to doing this, because it's not something I've done before. So, and it would be good to have John on hand for advice as well. He's got a little bit more experience. But a lot of the guys last night said if I needed extra pairs of hands, but you know, especially in the yard, sorting out, clearing up, and doing all that, then they'd be more than willing to help out. So that's quite nice too. But this is what I mean, you know, they're nice people, nice community. So it's island life, isn't it? Really, you have to have a nice community, all pulled together kind of thing. Right, I'll get this finished off. Otherwise, this is going to be a really long video. And I'll see you in a bit. Right, finally inside. I keep saying right at the beginning of all of my footage. I apologise for that. I've just suddenly realised I was just checking what I'd recorded, make sure the sound was all right. And Yeah, pretty much the beginning of every section, right? Okay, anyway. So right, okay, or anyway. I think I need to expand my vocabulary a little bit. So let's just get the windrower here set up. Get the drone out. At least I'm in the dry. There we go. So yeah, so this is going to take me a while. Oh. And I think it'll be the last thing I'll do before lunch. Oh, I'm sure John won't mind if I take a reasonable lunch. It's raining. I suppose logically, yeah, if I get this done, what I could do is actually go and have lunch down at the cafe when I go to pick up the loading wagon from the store. I'll check with them, they've got one, it's all ready. They'll take the money out of John's account when I go get it. So that's all fine. But yeah, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've thought about or decision I've made. I don't think so. I'll need to figure out fairly quickly where to start once I've got it bought. But yeah, I mean, getting the yard set up, getting the house sorted out, but equally getting on with the farming, you know. Getting the fields turned over, what equipment I'll need, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I say, John said I can borrow stuff from here, which is very generous, but whilst that's fine to start with, to be fair. And I mean, he does a lot of work with this. I mean, it's, you know, it's lovely, the stuff that I've got, and the stuff that he's got, and it's been a great experience using it. I've really enjoyed it, but the fields at Spectacle Farm that they're not huge by any stretch, not the ones that are currently with the farm. Hopefully there'll be more to buy around, try and rebuild the farm back up. They're slightly bigger, so they take a lot of work. But as an initial thing, I think that's a great idea. I'd say I should have some money left over, and I need to look at the vehicles and equipment that we've got at my uncle's farm. I was going to call it, it's always going to be my uncle's farm, let's face it, it's never going to change, is it? Even though technically it is my farm now. But yeah, so I need to look at what equipment we've got, whether I keep some of it. Some of it I was already, we were already talking about, you know, maybe it's time it was replaced. So I may just sell some of it and start fresh here. But I mean, certainly things like the soil sample I'll bring down because I got that from the college at a really good price. It'd be stupid of me not to bring it. But, you know, and whilst I've got to bring that down, there may be other stuff that might be worth doing. So I need to have a think, look. And just figure out, you know, how much money I've got left over. I'd sold up all of the crops and everything at my uncle's, which is why we've got a bit of extra money. We should be quite well out of that. So I'll have some left over from the sale of, after I've bought the farm, a bit of expenses and stuff. But yeah, and then after that, we'll just see what's what, really. But yeah, so I'll definitely bring the chickens over because it'd be nice to have them. I'll borrow some grain from borrow. I'm sure John will let me have a little bit of grain to keep me fed until I can get my first fields turned over, first crops in. So if we're buying in any chicken food, I'm sure he'll do that. I wouldn't say he owes me, that's a bit unfair. I don't mean it in that way, but I've helped him out quite a bit over the last few days. And I haven't asked for payment, I'm not interested in being paid, so, you know, bit of quid pro quo and all that. But yes, it's well, it's coming up on 12:30 already. Grief, where does the morning go? Yeah, I really do want to get this done before lunch though, so that with a bit of luck, though it's not, the forecast hasn't changed. I was going to say, so that, you know, if the forecast improves and it dries up, that we can get something else done this afternoon. But actually, to be fair, at the moment, there's no signs of the forecast changing at all. It looks like this is going to rain all afternoon. So you know what? I might not finish this before lunch. I may have an early lunch, pop down to the harbour, attempt to eat, pick up the loading wagon, and then come back and carry on. But either way, I shall probably do some more recording this afternoon. But yeah, so big news, exciting things going on. Let me know what you think. Please be nice. It's taken an awful lot of thinking about to make this decision. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did like, subscriptions are very much appreciated, and please share it, get the word out and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, yeah, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.